Hello, welcome everyone to tonight's training. I want to give us a few minutes so others can join us. So permit me to send out message to our WhatsApp group so other members can join. I know there are many of us waiting to get this prompt. So just give me a few minutes. Let me send out a message and we'll take it up from there. Meanwhile, while you are waiting, just write in the comment section where you are watching from, your name and where you are watching from. You know that's our usual custom. So write down your name and where you are watching from, just to let me know who is online. Just a few minutes, just to get others to come and join us. So please introduce yourself as you join us. Introduce yourself while we'll start up with this powerful session. You know, I promised I was going to share with you a few businesses that you could do to help you increase your income. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. So I want you to pay close attention as I delve into this. I'm not going to spend so much time, just a few minutes, and we'll be done. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, say yes, I can hear you. I will be seeing all the comments. So the financial situation of the country has pushed a lot of people to the wall. Every day I get calls, I get messages, I go on Twitter, I see people lamenting for the uh, low income or low purchasing power that is being seen by everyone that is in the country. And it's really, really painful to know that people are experiencing such a thing. That's why I decided to come up with this series, which will be ending today. Will be ending today because we've done a lot. If you have not seen some of the things we've done, you can go back to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and click on the notification so you get new videos. Also, you can go through the ones we've already posted. We've done a lot. So you can go through so you can catch up with what we are doing currently. My name is Dr. Akbe Emmanuel. I'm a stress management coach and a doctor of holistic medicine. And today we're doing something that is very powerful. We'll be teaching you how businesses that you can do that will help you increase your income. I remember in 2020, I did some courses on mentorship, and I did train people on how to do business. I remember that time a lot of people ordered for some products from my training, and some of them sold. Many of them made so much money, but there are some that could not carry on with the rejection of sales. As I said in the last class, that you don't know how to sell, if you don't know how to sell, you can't make money. That's the truth. So you must learn how to convince someone to buy into what you're selling. If you can't do that, then you are leaving a lot of money on the table. So there are 5 businesses I want to share with you this evening that can help you grow and make impact, get more income, especially in this difficult times. These businesses, most of them don't require so much money. Of course, some of them do require money, but most of them don't. So I want to share with you a few things you can do that can help you make so much money and launch you into financial independence. Some of these businesses can be done by anybody and everybody. You don't have to be a professional to do them. As far as you have your smartphone, or as far as you can read and you can write, and you can go on social media, you should be able to key into these businesses. And that is what we're going to do, what I'll be showing you tonight. So, the first business that I would recommend for people to do is agricultural business. Agricultural business. You can find yourself, or you can locate yourself in the value chain, you know, from the people planting to people supplying, the middlemen that will carry the produce from the farm to the um, to the market, which is the town. That chain, you can find yourself and locate yourself into that chain. If you can do that, you are going to make so much money. I have a friend who has been looking for what to do, always calling, confused about what business to go into. And I said, you live in a place that is riverine. You live in a riverine area. She lives somewhere around Calabar. You live in a riverine area. Why not buy seafood? It can be crayfish, it can be fish, or any seafood that is scarce in big towns like Abuja and Lagos. Why not make arrangements? Go into the riverine area, get those things at a cheaper rate, then sell to the bigger market. In fact, you can even make it bigger by advertising it on WhatsApp or Facebook. What are you ashamed of? Are you ashamed that you are a supposedly big person in the office, but you are not making money? People are looking at you as if you are rich, but you know within yourself that you're not making any money. So what is the shame about? You need to ditch shame in the gutter and come out bold to sell what you are is going to improve your income. It doesn't matter what it is. I have seen people selling something that is as common as crayfish, something that is as common as snail, fish, and they are making so much money from it. Of course, when you are going to agricultural business, you must make a plan. Don't go into that business, especially if you don't have so much financial capacity. Don't go into the capital intensive ones. The capital intensive ones are like agriculture, are like a fishery. I mean, sorry, like fishery. It takes so much money to feed your fish. I know because I almost ventured into it. When I saw the amount of money it takes to feed the fish, I backed out because the risk was so much. The risk is that the fishes can just die overnight. Flood can happen and carry all the fish. So the risk was so high and you're spending so much money. That's why I didn't go into it. So my advice is don't go into capital intensive or high risk agricultural businesses, especially if you are cultivating in rural areas when you know that herdsmen can appear anytime and destroy the crops or cause mayhem. Then don't invest so much in that kind of business, because overnight you can become broke, you can go into debt. But you can invest in the middle, in being the middleman. For example, you can negotiate with the farmer and link the farmer with the buyer, and you're making cool money from it. Farmers want to sell off. Of course, sometimes the price is so high, but if you are very good in negotiating, you can get those things at a very low price. Not very low though, but at least a manageable price, and sell it at a higher rate. So that is it. And you need minimum cash to do this. With as little as 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, you can keep doing this and keep having turnover. For instance, if you buy a product, I don't want to mention any particular product, but I feel if you are watching this, you should understand what I'm talking about. If you buy a product from the farm for 30,000 naira, and if after selling you make extra 10,000 naira, that is 40,000 naira. Don't consume that 40,000 naira, plunge it back into the business. So plunge it back into the business, keep turning over until you hit 100,000, and keep turning over until the business is capable of feeding you. The problem many of you have is you eat from your capital. So when you sell and you make extra 10,000 naira, you remove 8,000 naira to feed the family. So before you know what's happening, your business is stagnant. You are not moving forward. So it is very important for you to pay attention to the business you are doing, to make sure that there is turnover. You can turn over what you are selling, and make sure that it is low risk business. So you are not at risk. You are buying from the farmer that has already produced it. All you are doing is you are looking for seller. So you can look for sellers anywhere. You can look for them on social media. You can look for them mouth to mouth. Your neighbor, your next door neighbor, neighbor, I'm selling crayfish now in case you're interested in. And women, they like easy stuff. Instead of going to the market and spending so much time in the sun, if you can offer them good price, they prefer to buy from you. I know in those times when we were in Abuja, my wife go to some women to buy fish, to buy crayfish, to buy palm oil and all that. Those are products that you can make so much money from. Okay, for instance, now we're in rainy season. The prices of palm oil is relatively lower than it will be during Christmas. So a wise person will buy a few gallons and store it up somewhere, waiting for Christmas price to come. Something that is sold for like 15,000 naira per gallon, when it's Christmas, can be sold for 25,000 naira. So why not make that investment and just store it somewhere? So there are a lot of things you can do around agriculture, because people must eat. Every day, people must eat. So if you understand that people must eat, it will be easy for you to understand these things and to deal with it. I hope you get what I'm explaining. So I want to see your name in the comments. If you are watching this, I want to see your name in the comments. I want you to write your name and where you are watching me from. Very, very important. The second business that you can go into, especially if you don't have so much income, is food catering and delivery. You can decide to make soup for people. You can, at a lower level now. I'm not saying you should go and open big restaurants. You can decide to make soup for people. There are a lot of young guys, bankers, and people that are into business that don't have time to go to the market or don't have time to cook. If they know you do it, they will hand over their money to you. And this kind of business, you don't use money to start the business. It is the money they give to you they use in starting the business. So you can start this business with zero income. There is no excuse that I don't have money, because if you advertise and you snap pictures of the food you have cooked in your house, garnish it very well, put it in nice plates, nice background, snap it and upload it on WhatsApp, and just comment that you can actually make this for people. People will send you money to make soup for them. I used to have a friend then in Abuja that pays as much as 50,000 naira for 4 liters of soup. 4 liters of soup, 50,000 naira. Because there's no time to cook. So people make so much money from businesses like that, as much as well, especially the ladies now and men who can cook can go into this kind of business. So it is very, very lucrative, especially if you are able to develop yourself well, and you project yourself as somebody who is hygiene, who is conscious of hygiene, and who is neat. So because people won't give you money if you appear dirty or wretched. People give you money if they see how neat you are. Your branding on social media, the kind of pictures you take will also determine if people will hand you money to get those things. So that is the second business you can do. The third business is selling essentials. You can decide to buy a few essential products, like your household items, toiletries, a few things that people must use in the house, and decide to sell it from your sitting room. You don't need to open a shop. All you need is your phone. That's what you need. Snap pictures or download pictures from the internet and say, I sell this. I sell tissue paper. I sell toiletries. I sell perfume. I sell soap. I sell this. You'll be surprised that if you buy those things at wholesale price, you make some money from it. So, and this thing is turnover. So if in a carton of soap, you are making, let's say 500 naira, a carton of soap. If you can sell, of course, you should expect that you make more than 500 naira, but I'm just using that as an example. So it means that if you can sell up to 10 people, you have made 5,000 naira. And the good thing about this is that you will not lack money. I'm explaining this thing to you as somebody who has sold um, a particular product for over 10 million naira. My biodisc, I sell my biodisc as 20,000 naira, and I've sold over 1,000 copies of biodisc. I've sold over 1,000 from the first time I started, which is 2018, 2019. That's when I went into it fully. I have sold over 1,000 pieces of biodisc. Calculate it. And recently, biodisc has been increased to 25,000. So do the maths. That's why I said little turnover increases to high turnover, and before you know what is happening, you are doing the business in large numbers. I didn't venture into selling biodisc because I wanted to. I ventured into it. I just said, let me just try. Let me give it a try. From the first 20 that I sold, I saw that people were interested in it, and I brought another 20. And you know the good thing about this? I didn't use money to start the business. It was members of my group that paid for the product. It was their money that I used in ordering. I remember the first set of money I got for biodisc. I think about 10 people paid. 20,000. 10 people paid. That was 200,000. It was that 200,000 that I used as my capital to bring in the first set. I sold, I added more money, brought in, until at the moment I've sold over 1,000 copies of biodisc. So what are we saying? You must learn how to sell. The fourth business is consulting, or what I will call thought leadership. You know, I did one training one time in 2000, and I mentioned that if you have a certain experience in some areas, maybe you have been in government and you have been doing auditing. Let me use that as an example. It means everything about auditing, you are aware of it. Why not package a training and teach people how to audit? You think most of the things people are doing that they went to school for it. They didn't go to school for it. They learned it online. So why not package something that you have done? Especially somebody that is well traveled, you have experience in your particular field, and there are a lot of people that don't have that experience. Why not package it as a training and say, I can train you on how to become this, and create and break the training into introduction, beginning of the training, middle, end, and at the end of the day, you can even get certificate for them. You can get certificate online and send to them. So you are opening up a kind of big business. I was listening to one of my mentors, Dan Locke, and he said group coaching gives you more money than individual coaching. What do I mean by group coaching? Group coaching is when you have 20 people paying you 10,000 naira to do a group training for them. Gives you more money. If 20 people pay you 10,000 to do a group training for them, how much would that be? How much would that be? 20 people pay you 10,000. How much will it be? 200,000. That's 200,000. Okay, let's say it increases to 20,000. How much will it be? That's 400,000. So, as compared to one person paying you 50,000 naira. Okay, let's say you are doing a coaching program and you say one person is going to pay me 50. My coaching program is 50,000 naira. It will take you more effort to get one person to pay that 15,000 naira, 50,000 naira. Unlike if you break it down to 10,000, 5,000, before you know what's happening, you're having 50 people, 20 people, 30 people coming to register and to partake in the training. So whatever knowledge you have, you can make a consulting service out of it. Whatever knowledge you have, you can leverage it. You can leverage your years of experience, especially people that are in their 50s, 60s, that are almost nearing retirement and in government circles. You can leverage it and do a training. You can gather people together and say, I can train you on this. And you do the first one. By the time you do the first one and do the second one, you'll be surprised that people will start talking about you. Sometimes it pays you to even do a free training. You can gather people and say, I want to do a free training for you. I want to teach you how to audit your business. I've been into auditing for years now, so I want to teach you how to audit it free of charge. If you can get 5 people to audit for you free of charge, if you can get 5 people to learn from you. So after teaching them, tell them to write a review for you or a testimonial. So you use their testimonial to project yourself, to show that you can do this, that I've done this training and look at what people said about the training. Now the training is 5,000 naira. People will pay because you have testimonials. So the knowledge industry is so wide. People are making millions of naira every week from the knowledge industry. If you can locate yourself into it, you will never go broke. I was sharing with you few I think the last class we had, I was sharing with you that about how I actually created a product that gave me 6 figures just within 48 hours. And I was looking for money. I needed money seriously. I just created a program from thin air, and people started buying. Before you know what was going on, it blew, and I started getting money from it. So create something. It is very, very important that you create something. It will help you. So the 5th business that you can go into is online business. Online business. Online business is more like buying and selling online. There is a particular place on Facebook called Facebook Market where you can sell things and you can buy things. A lot of people that sell things on Facebook Market sell it at a very cheap price. So you can actually go to Facebook Market, look for products that are very cheap, high quality products that maybe the person wants to sell it at a giveaway price. Especially when people are relocating. This September, a lot of people are relocating, so they will be selling a lot of things. You know, the same thing happened to me when I wanted to relocate. I sold off all my stuff in the house. So people were buying it at a very, very ridiculously low amount. So why not look out for those products and get them? From there, you resell it. So you resell it, you use the money, order for more, you resell. I know there is a major problem that many of us have, and that is the problem of selling. Many of us don't know how to sell, and that is a major problem. So I would have loved to reintroduce that training I did the last time, but that would depend on our willingness to actually go into it, where I will source for products that are easily sellable. Product you can even suggest products to me that you feel you can sell, or I'll show you a number of products that I feel is easy for you to sell any day, anytime. We order for those products and send it to you, then you can start selling. As far as you are selling, you are making money. Not only are we going to show you how to order those products or bring in those products to sell, we're going to show you how to sell it, what pattern you need to sell it. So if you're interested and you're watching this video, just put a comment, and if I have enough comment in the comment section, then I will introduce the course. But if I see that people are not interested in it, I will just let it go, because I know that time a lot of people made so much money. We bought a lot of products. In fact, we had a WhatsApp group where we brought those things. We did the first batch, people sold off. We did the second batch of the training. So we had the WhatsApp group, and a lot of people keyed into it. We brought products, hundreds of the product, gave to them. Many of them sold off. What I discovered in the few that didn't sell was that they didn't know how to sell, or they didn't have passion for selling. So that was a major concern. But a large number of people made so much money. And most of these people have gone ahead into full-time business. I know one of them that is now selling full-time. He's selling full-time. It was from that class that she graduated from. And now she's doing very well in business, making so much money, doing trainings, selling products online and all that. It was from that class that she started. So if you're interested, you can always put it in the comments. And if I get a significant number of people, then we introduce it. Before I call it a day, I want to explain something for us, especially those of us that want to go into business. I want to explain low ticket and high ticket products. A low ticket product is a product that is low in price. Let's say if you sell a product for 5,000 naira, that is a low ticket product. The product is sold for 5,000 naira. That's a low ticket product. Or 500 naira, I mean, not 5,000, 500. In fact, let's say from 10 naira or 5 naira to 5,000 naira is low ticket products. So let's use that category now. Then from 6,000 naira to 1 million naira is high ticket products, or even more than 1 million naira is high ticket products. Sometimes I go for low ticket products, other times I go for high ticket products. But the disadvantage of going for low ticket products is that you need to sell to a lot of people to be able to break through. You need to sell to a lot of people. So for instance, because I usually, when people come to me for advice for business, I usually ask them, what is their turnover? Let's say you are buying toothpaste now. Let's say you want to sell toothpaste and you are buying from the manufacturer at 100 naira and you are selling at 150. So 50 naira is your turnover. That's your profit. Now, how many products are you going to sell to hit 100,000 naira profit in 1 month? How many products are you going to sell to hit 100,000 naira in 1 month when your profit is just 50 naira? How many are you going to sell? Have you asked yourself that question? So it means you need to sell to 2,000 people to be able to make 100,000 naira in a month. If your profit is 50 naira, how are you going to sell to 2,000 people where you are not Dangote? You see the problem? So that's the problem I have with low ticket products. That's the problem I have with low ticket products. If you are making 500 naira on each product, you need to sell to 200 people to make 100,000. But let's say you have a product and the cost of the product is 5,000 naira, and somehow that's the cost price is 5,000 naira, and somehow you manage to sell the product for 10,000 naira. So your profit is 5,000 naira. You know there are products like that. They are everywhere on Jumia, on Konga, products that they buy for 5,000 and they are selling for 10,000. So your profit is 5,000 naira. How many people do you need to sell to make 100,000 naira? How many people? 20 people. So you see the difference between high ticket and low ticket products. So if you need quick money, you need sharp money, go for high ticket products. Go for high ticket products. That's why most of the products I sell are 25,000, 18,000, 12,000, 15,000, 10,000. I hardly sell products that are 5,000 and below, except if I'm selling books. Of course, you can't sell books more than 5,000 naira. But at least the least amount of book I'm selling is 4,500. So I go for the high ticket products. I go for those products that will give me high turnover. So if I can get 20 people to buy in a month, I've made 100,000 naira. And of course, it's easy for me to get 20 people to buy in a month because I'm marketing on social media. I'm telling people about my product anywhere I go to. I'm telling people what I do. And from there, I'm getting referrals. I've sold my products all over the country. There's hardly any state in Nigeria that Biodisc has not gotten to, that I've not sent Biodisc to. There is no state in the country. In fact, it got to a point where I was sending Biodisc to Australia, to UK, to US. How did I achieve that? Marketing, letting people know what I'm doing. And these people pay for DHL. So they buy Biodisc 25,000 naira, they pay 25,000 naira for DHL. That's 50,000 naira. And they pay. And we send it to them. So what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying is that if you know you have the capacity and you are surrounded with people who are financially stable, go for high ticket products. How do you discover high ticket products that people can actually go for? That is where that training that I was talking about comes in. So I will show you how to discover products, hot selling products, depending on our interest. But if I'm not interested, I can easily share it and look for and focus on other things that I'm doing currently. But if I see so much interest in it, then I'll go ahead and organize a special training. It will be a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll do the training Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will dedicate the weekend and I will teach you how to source for product, how to import them. If you're not readily, if you're not too interested in importation, I can help you import them and you sell. And I will show you how to sell. So if you're interested in it, I can easily organize it for you. But if there's no interest, then we'll move ahead to some other things. So high ticket products, low ticket products. But if you know you have a lot of friends, maybe you're a pastor's wife, and your church, you have almost 100 members, and you know that if it is pastor's wife that is selling, people will most likely buy, then fine. You can go for low ticket products that can easily fit their needs for food, for clothing, and all that. But if you know you're surrounded by high quality people, go for high income products or high ticket products. I hope you understand that. So, do you have any question? You can drop it in the comments as I round up this session now. If you have any question, you can drop it. Any question, can drop it. Or if you cannot get, if there's no question for now, you can drop it in maybe after watching, maybe the program has ended and you want to, you just watch the video and you want to ask the question, you can drop it on the YouTube comment section. I'll go through them, then answer them for you. If you also want to join our WhatsApp group, I'll drop the link. If you request for it, I'll drop the link and you can join the group. Any question? Thank you, Reverend Mrs. Eshet, for joining, and I appreciate you. So, any question? If there's no question for now, we'll call it a day. Thank you very much for joining in this session. This month, we'll choose another topic. I wanted it to be a every Sunday stuff, but because of my engagement and the programs I'm involved in, it's becoming really difficult for me to cope every Sunday. So I want to make this once a month, the last Sunday in the month. Or if I cannot hold it last Sunday in the month, I'll hold it a Sunday before the last. But it has to be one Sunday in the month. So before the end of September, I'm going to announce the teaching or the topic we're going to handle. So even if we take 3 hours to discuss it, we know that it's one and we'll exhaust that topic. The next topic will be on health, and I will share it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye.